Welcome back to beautiful Anaheim, California for Major League Gaming 66 Pro Circuit event. Let me hear some noise if you guys are enjoying this Call of Duty today. Denial down 2 games, taking on one of Europe's best, TCM. A great comeback there on Sovereign Surge. Can they close it out with a blitz win here, Revan?
You know, I have a lot of questions about Denial right now. You know, how are they going to bounce back after losing the first 2 maps? We saw Curse Black. They were able to do it in their match. But Denial, these guys, they pride themselves on their search and destroy gameplay. Losing that search, it's kind of a big deal to them. They're really going to have to step up in this blitz if they want to turn this series around.
Yeah, this is an elimination round.
Yeah.
We should point that out. You lose here, you're going to finish 9th place. A tie, a 3-way tie there for 9th. The winner, of course, moving on to the top 8 and staying alive in our lower bracket. Now, after this match, we will see Curse Black facing off against Epsilon. That will be a really great matchup as well. But the Epsilon boys, they were telling me TCM should be able to do this quick 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to Mad Cat, he's playing on the Elevate during the season 3 playing, he was saying that Epsilon is the strongest European team right now, and I disagreed. I think it's TCM. I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in Gunchi as well as Moose. I think these guys are so talented. I still kind of wish they had Flux on their team, but Petey's filling in pretty well.
Petey's done a really nice job. You saw him get the final kill of that search. Let's see what he brings to the table in Blitz. His respawn game mode has been pretty solid, at least with the small sample we saw on Strike Zone.
Yeah, Petey's more of a kill-oriented player, but it's going to be Warhawk Blitz, the 3rd map in this series, and thankfully it's not Freight. If it was Freight, I'd be, you know, not feeling good for Denial. So on this map, Warhawk, they're going to be able to sneak a little bit more, avoid those gunfights, and we'll see if they're able to get some points on the board.
Well, we saw Vex have a fantastic game number 2 there with a 1-on-3. He's been on and off when it comes to Blitz, at least looking at his games from last night. Zuma, this is where he shines once again. He had an awful game 2. I want to start things off with the captain of Denial.
I was scrolling through the TCM players' loadouts at the beginning of this game. They're running 5 smoke grenades.
Only 5.
Only 5.
Why would you run 5 smokes here? What's the game plan here from TCM?
Maybe they have Incog on, and they're just trying to smoke up the map. I mean, Petey just running right through the middle. He's going to find 1 kill here, and that should be the first goal to go. 1 place, 1 right up in front of him. All 4 down for Denial. TCM coming out the gates strong as they get the first point.
Should you stand on the Blitz spawn, ready for Denial? I think so, says Marky B. Unfortunately, he's going to go down same time. Moose is going to be cleaned up, so it's up to Petey, who got that first capture, trying to rally in a second one. Denial all pinned in their base.
Yeah, I think Petey just wants to hold his ground here. You see on the minimap, he's got no teams helping out, but never mind. Petey, the one-man army, picks up 2, gets the 2nd goal for TCM, starts out 5-0 on a 7-point streak.
With 2 captures, incredible stuff from the young man. Let's see what he can do here going into minute number 2. Petey finally going to get shanked in 10, going over to Moose, who has a power position top of this middle street, but I don't think he's going to give up his position. He's just going to wait for everyone to go by and try and get through for the sneaky cap.
Oh man, I thought that player Vex, who's right under him, was going to climb up on the truck, but this is going to be a free cap for Moose. TCM really showing their blitz game right here, going up 3-0, and there's so much time left to play. I wonder if the Denial guys are getting a little bit frantic right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, this could be a panic mode moment for Denial. Big play here from Zuma. He gets 2. That's going to force some players from TCM to drop back, and while they drop back to deal with Zuma, you got Vex getting in a position. Gets 1. Another challenger here in the window.
Nice.
Great shots from Vex. 1 more defender to get by, and unfortunately, Gunchi is strong enough this time to keep it a 3-0 game.
Man, where were his teammates right there? You had 1 guy over near loading, another one still in the spawn, and 1 over near hardware. He needed some help at the spawn, and, you know, not checking your corners. It's going to be Moose walking this one home.
He's the European nade shot, man. This is the 2nd time that I've just seen him in a situation where he knows where the opponents are. They don't know where he's at. He patiently waits for them to go by, and then he gets the cap. Not only that, but he's getting it done in the slaying category as well. Look at that. Now 7-1 with 2 captures, 8-1 after that kill.
All 4 down for Denial. TCM, they don't have to check their corners. They can push right up on the map and just start putting pressure back onto the Denial base. Moose still on her screen, finds one near the post office, but now it's Denial's turn. 3 down, all 4 down. Marky B just spawning up. This could be what Denial needed.
Let's see what Marky B can do on defense as the push is going to be coming from Vex through Gina's. Another player trying to round out through American, and Marky B will take care of business here. Gunchi clearing the way down the middle, but one player slipped through. It's going to be Noxide. Noxide has no idea, but all 4 members of TCM have just surged forward. He has a free goal, and they're desperately going to need him back on defense after he scores.
Yeah, so what Noxide did is he went onto the hardware tank, climbed up, and jumped in through top bakery. So that's going to be the first cap for Denial. As 2 go down for TCM, Denial just need to put up more pressure. They're not checking their corners once again. It's going to be Moose, another free cap.
Moose has 3 captures, 8 kills, and only 2 deaths at this point in the game. Finally, another knife will end his run. Going over to Petey, though. Petey's going to get the flank kills. Will there be defenders spawning in time? It looks like there will be 2 at the base. Petey going to have his hands full, and he's dead.
Yeah, another knife coming in, but Petey, he started off strong. He's starting to slow down just a little bit. Started off on a 7-point streak, but man, once again, someone just walked right past Moose. There's actually someone right next to him. It's Vex. They're literally holding hands inside the loading bay.
There we go, Moose back on your screen. And he is going to make a move. 1 player spawning, no one checking their base. And I think this is the difference maker. When you listen in with some of the top 4 teams in the league, their communication is perfect. Clayster, exceptional at calling out exactly who's up and who's missing. That doesn't seem to be the case while watching this Denial squad.
Man, I was just watching the mini-map, and they didn't have anybody rotate through the right side of the map. They all overextended to American and tried to push up the middle of the street, and Moose is exploiting the entire water tower side of the map perfectly. Every time we switch to him, he's just sneaking in for another cap.
More pressure down the right side here from Marky B. Tries to challenge with just 2 bullets in his clip. Will finish out the kill anyway on Noxide. Sliding past 1 player, or at least distracting enough for Moose. Or actually, it's Petey this time, taking the Moose route. Finally, Denial clears their base before pushing forward Zuma. He's got 26 seconds to try and put another one on the board, but already they are down 5 captures.
Man, Denial, they're just getting completely outslayed. The only one going positive is Zuma. He's 14 and 12. You have Noxide 6 and 9, 9 and 11 for Legal, 6 and 11 for Vex. They just need to slay more and, of course, check their corners.
Vex going to pick up 1. Zuma playing defense, and that should do it for the half. 6-1 overall. Your star in that first 5 minutes. Definitely Moose, but the whole team outslaying Denial.
Yeah, but they're going to be up by 5 caps going into the half. And on a map like Warhawk, 5 is a pretty decent lead, but Denial's not out of it by any means.
Definitely not. And all they got to do is catch a little bit of momentum and just get their opponents on a little bit of a spawn rotation. Can they get their guns in place? So that's the question. I mean, Zuma dropping 14, but Noxide, who's considered one of your support slayers, only dropping 6. He's going to need to step it up here on side 2.
Yeah, just to give you an update on what TCM was rocking, you had Marky B and Petey both having 2 stuns at the breakoff, while Moose and Gunchy both had smoke grenades, but breakoff didn't work. Denial pick up a lot of kills. They're going to move in for a cap.
Yeah, Noxide also got a clutch one-on-one against Moose and American. Want to point that out there. So focusing on defense first for Denial, as well as winning their intro kills. Everything going right for Denial, at least in the first minute.
Yeah, Legal was trying to sneak, but he got hit with a grenade, so the TCM guys, they knew exactly where he was located. Denial, they had a great start, but they didn't really make anything of it. They've given up map control. They don't have control of the spawns anymore. TCM with a great defensive hold, and now it's their turn to put on some aggression.
1 player stopped. That was Legal on Gunchy. And he's going to find more. He's going to be cleaned up. Noxide now trying to rotate to mid-street. Will not get the kill. And Vexed from the bar. What damage can he do? You can see Denial already pinned inside their base. They're getting shanked. And now Legal, he's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulder. Here comes a slow push up from American. That is Gunchy. I guarantee no one checks it. And Gunchy with the smoke actually going to get caught mid-toss. Nice finish there by Vex.
I'm watching Noxide right now. He was able to run right through the middle of the street. Can't go for a goal. Huge stop from Marky B right there. But it looks like Zuma is there to keep the pressure going. And just beautiful defensive kills from Marky B. TCM once again able to hold on to their base.
All right, Vex is slowing this down, and I like it. He knows that he's the only one pushed up. He needs some big kills. There's one. Just as I say that, he does sprint to the mid-street, and he will be cut down. And there is a slippery score coming in from TCM, a 6-point difference now.
Yeah, that was Moose once again getting that goal for TCM. Here comes Noxide up through the middle of the street. He gets taken down. TCM, they're doing a great job of exploiting every single lane. They're not just sticking to one lane on the map and just trying to push it through all the way. They're forcing Denial to over-rotate to one side of the map, and then TCM recognize that and just go to the opposite side.
PD getting aggressive. 1-1 battle will not get the second player. Moose is here, though, to back him up, and now a 7-point game. as TCM tags another one onto that scoreboard.
Denial got to make something happen soon, man. If they don't start locking down on the spawns of TCM, because you can get a pretty nasty spawn trap going over near the left side of the map if you set up properly. They just need 4 down 1 time to set it up.
I thought that was a clear cap for Gunshi. He waited patiently as 3 players pushed out. Vexed wisely, doubling back, picked up the final kill. And TCM, they're struggling to get across the halfway point. You're going to see Gunshi slip up on that left side. Will Legal be able to get that big kill on defense? Everyone else from Denial surging forward.
Yeah, he's fighting one-on-one with Gunshi right now, and Gunshi actually hasn't tagged up. Gunshi won't be able to win that gunfight. Good job from Legal. That was actually an MTAR versus Vector. I thought Gunshi would be able to take it, but nice shot from Legal.
Uh-oh. Zuma pre-firing. 2 more players rounding the corner. Legal now pushing up here on this American side. Will not be able to do it. And will Denial be able to put pressure? 1 down. He's out of ammo. Legal looking for more guns, and he will find a player in post if he continues that direction. Instead, he's going to loop around the back, find 2 in the spawn.
Yeah, not much you could do with 3 bullets in your clip, but I like the area of the map he was playing in. By setting up over near that car along the wood fence, you're able to pick off TCM off respawn. That's 3 down for TCM for a moment, but there was 1 member from TCM kind of acting like an anchor on the goal, getting them a better spawn to defend any Denial player from scoring.
Noxide going up top, but really it was Vexed and Legal who made that possible, simply outslaying their opponents. But look at this.
TCM just had to overextend.
So much effort in. Gunshi just strolls through the middle of the map and puts in a cap.
Yeah, all TCM have to do, they don't even need to defend their goal. As long as they keep trading these caps by overextending, they are going to win this game in 3-0 Denial.
60 seconds left on the clock. Denial basically needs to play perfect. PD not going to let them do that. It is a 6-point advantage, only 50 seconds left. TCM looking so strong here on Saturday with a quick 3-0 over Denial.
But you got to give it to Denial. They had a great showing here at MLG Anaheim. A lot of people were kind of doubting them as they were going to one of their very first LAN events as a team, and I'm still excited to see how they're going to do in Season 3.
It's a very young squad, and they're only going to get better, Revan. I mean, they came into this event with a pretty solid record after playing some of the toughest teams in Call of Duty from around the world. They had a great Friday night. They've had some stellar plays, earned themselves some new fans this weekend. They'll be back, but today it's all about TCM, as both TCM and Epsilon are able to win their losers bracket round 1 matches. They will be facing off in losers round 2, and our next matchup will feature Curse Black versus Epsilon.
The European hope staying alive. All you European fans out there watching the stream, I'm sure you're very happy right now. TCM playing so well, especially in that Search and Destroy game. Unbelievable plays from them.
America, give it up for your Europeans. We got Gunshi, PD, Moose, and Marky B with the win over Denial. Great sportsmanship from both squads as you see Gunshi going over to shake the hands of Denial. And taking a final look at the stats from this game, it was simply a team effort from start to finish. Nothing flashy, no one really standing out. It was just a team effort with Moose being that sneaky guy, putting up 6 captures. 23 kills from PD, 23 kills from Marky B, and 20 from Gunshi, as they were simply able to control the map. They didn't control the slaying of the game and still walk away with the W.
Once again, though, Zuma performing so well for his team, dropping 31 kills. That's very impressive for the young guy.
Zuma definitely a young player to watch as he continues on with his professional career. That's going to do it for this best of 5. Coming up next, Curse Black and Epsilon.